Right. Hi, guys. I deeply apologize on delay in getting this to you. Um, However, I wanted to take some time and welcome you to Environmental Science online for the spring semester of 2025. Hopefully, you've had a relaxing and enjoyable time away and break, and you are ready to hit the ground running in your fully online self-paced, self-guided environmental science class. So without further ado, I wanted to just take this time and walk through some overview of kind of the course content shell and the syllabus. And then I'm going to be following it up with some subsequent videos related to signing up for Connect, how to move through the modules, and how you'll find assignments and just study guide and overall information in trying to get in touch with me and beyond. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into exactly that. Let me hide my meeting videos really quick. Let me hide my video panel. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so hopefully by now you have gone into the course shell. You saw yesterday that I had posted an announcement for you all relating to the course shell being open. I've seen some of you just kind of based on looking at individuals and kind of overall traffic to the individual site that most of you have come in and kind of, taking a look around into the Canvas shell. So again, first and foremost, right, your homepage of your dashboard is going to look a little bit different than mine. These are just the courses that I am teaching this semester. And with that being said, I also want to point out that this semester I am teaching 3 environmental science online sections. So when I make these videos, regardless of if you are in 071, 073, or 074, all of the same information is going to pertain to each of you. And it's just easier to do it this way. So the first thing I want to point out, and hopefully maybe you have already sort of went into both of the different Canvas shells. So there's one for lecture. That's going to be the one that is entitled 007 something. And then there is one for lab, right? Because lab is a necessary and required component of this course. So that would be the sequence of a 037 something. But for the ease and what I have realized over the semesters and years that I have taught this for students is that actually putting everything into a one-stop shop helps to avoid confusion. Now, if this is a face-to-face class, right, you would see me for a lecture and then you would go into lab and have a different professor for the lab. So that would make sense that you would need to have 2 different areas because you'd have 2 different professors teaching that. For here, it's just me the entire time. And for ease for you guys, I want to make sure it's just a one-stop shop. So over the years, this is what I have realized works best for students. So there's lots of confusion. So what you'll see is, even if you're, again, any of this information is going to pertain to all sections. So again, even whatever section I'm clicking on, it's going to pertain to everyone. So 0071 is going to be for the lecture, right? 0371 would have been for the lab. And I've tried to put this in also to avoid confusion. Because again, I can't unpublish this, or I can't not publish this for you because it is a part of the course and it is required by the university for me to have this open and available for you. But of course, just to make this, hey, red flag, you're not in the right area, go back to the lecture section. This is all you're going to find in this Canvas shell. It's just going to tell you, hey, you've got to go back to the lecture to be able to find all of the assignments for lab and lecture. So that's sort of the first most important piece. Everything you're going to need for this course for both lab and lecture online is going to be in the physical lecture Canvas shell. The second thing I want to remind you, and the second thing that I think is really important, especially for online students and online learning. Again, you can choose what you want this to look like for you. You may just have the courses listed out. You may choose to have the display where you can see the pretty, big boxes and, the course pictures that professors may put in there for you to help you guide you to the correct course as sort of a visual representation. But no matter what, it's very tempting, especially for this class, because we do not see each other face to face, is to just come in and do the assignments, right? I'm just going to click on the assignments and I'm just going to jet through this portion. It's going to be easy breezy, lemon squeezy. That is absolutely going to set yourself up for failure in failing this course. And the reason is this is your classroom, right? So you need to be clicking on and going into the Canvas shell on a very regular basis. Because this is a fully online, self-paced, self-guided course, meaning you're choosing to take this modality because of the fact that it fits your schedule. Maybe you couldn't take the face-to-face section at the times it was given, or maybe you're not in the state, maybe you're not in this country, maybe you're on active duty right now. Whatever it may be, you chose this modality because it works for you. So the trade-off of that is, I'm not there to see you on a day-to-day basis. This is your classroom, right? So make sure that you're coming in here on a very regular basis and checking in. First and foremost, download a copy of the syllabus, right? So let's just open this up and let's go through just the overall expectations of the course and what you're going to have to do over the next 16 weeks. You're going to find a lot of information that both in the syllabus and you're going to find a lot of this information in the Canvas shell. I like to put it in a lot of different places for you so that we can't claim it wasn't available, but also because sometimes you might be in one place and need proximity to the information, or you might be looking at physically the syllabus itself. This, though, is your direction manual, right? If we were to buy a piece of equipment and it came with directions and that's the manual for operation, this is your manual for operation. This is our contractual agreement between the two of us that tells you and I what I have to do to make sure that you pass the requirements to receive the grade and successful completion of this core class. And two, you now know, okay, these are the things that I have to complete in order to successfully pass, right? So again, everything of our contractual agreement is right here. So let's go through it. What we're going to be walking over in the next 16 weeks is, again, really just an introduction into the topic of environmental science. Here is an overview of the requirements that are necessary, right? First and foremost, you have to have a computer, a tablet, whatever it may be that you're able to access the virtual and online space of this classroom. And two, you have to have internet. If you do not have either of those, or one sometimes or one the other time, maybe you don't have strong internet and you can't complete things on time, or maybe you have to go find better internet connection. I completely understand that sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes internet goes out or whatever it may be, right? But if you do receive an outage, you need to have a date and a time and a stamp that corresponds to the actual outage of not being able to complete assignments. Otherwise, that's not going to be an excuse. So please look over these and absolutely make sure that you can meet these requirements. I cannot pass you without them. So you need to have online access. You need to have a stable working internet. You need to have a laptop or the ability to have a camera so that we can record you during exams. You need to be able to download extensions so that you can take said exams through Lockdown Browser. And finally, you have to purchase the online platform of Connect. I'm going to have a whole follow-up video on that to come. But if you cannot meet those requirements, this might not be the best modality for you to complete this course, right? And this is a big one. This is a core course as part of the curriculum to obtain your degree. Don't wait to hang on the hinges of this one course to pass and be able to graduate this semester and then not have the right things in place for your success. Okay, that being said, please take a look, right? This is going to look extensive. There is going to be a lot of work. The reason for this is there's a lot of points that are inside of this course, right? By the time you are done and you have completed all aspects of this course, you're looking at over 1,000 points. Wow, that's a lot. And I always get every semester in my evaluations, too much work. So there's a reason that we do this. There's a reason that I do this by design. Because this is a core class as part of a curriculum across all degree pathways, right? I can't expect that you all are going to be environmental science majors, or maybe have any interest in this subject. So with that, this might not be your forte. This might not be your strong suit, and that's a-okay, right? But by giving you a ton of opportunity to save your grade through a lot of points, that gives you the best chance of passing it successfully. A lot of students think, oh, I'm going to take this online class and it's going to be a lot easier than having to get my butt out of bed or go to campus or show up face to face, or man, then I got to schedule time for a lab and I don't really want to do that. I'll just take the online. It'll be easier. And then they get halfway through and they realize I didn't check in on a regular basis. I haven't been doing the work. I haven't been keeping up with my reading and I'm failing, right? So yes, there's a lot of points, but there's also a lot of work. And again, that goes hand in hand with the modality that you chose. So what are you going to be graded on? You're going to have some SmartBook assignments that are going to come from the physical online platform. You're going to have some homework assignments and quiz assignments that are also going to come from the online platform. All of your laboratory experiments will be done in the online platform. So again, you cannot pass this class successfully without purchasing the Connect platform. And again, more to come on that. I've also got an introductory discussion board for you. I've got a little opening quiz for you on the syllabus to make sure that we've read and we know all this information. And then the final thing that we have to do as part of the assessment, I can't get away from it, is you guys have to participate in some sort of project that showcases your ability to move through some of the course objectives. So the last thing you're going to do is work on a video, not a written paper, a video research project. And all throughout the semester, I'm going to break that project down into digestible bites for you to be able to constantly be remembering, hey, this is coming up, don't forget it, right? So that is the overview of the syllabus. Please make sure to look through it. Please make sure you have it handy. Please make sure it's always available to you and you have easy access to it. On the landing page itself, again, here is a sort of high-level overview of some of those things. Of course, highlighting the things that we need to have to be successful. You're going to have a direct contact to my email and a link to be able to set up office hours. I've seen some of you have already started to do that. That's fantastic. The last thing I ask you to remember just in the opening of this, between 3 sections and 2 face-to-face sections that I am teaching, I have over 150 students. That's a lot for me to understand that if you're just asking me, can I make up an assignment? Which the answer is most likely going to be absolutely not without extensive documentation, like I'm in the hospital, right? And then we have documentation to support that. I need us to engage again in this contract of respect, right? And so you're going to expect for me to give you a response of, hello, so-and-so, give you a paragraph or a response to your question, and then sign off, you know, best Dr. Varga, right? I want on the return just the same mutual respect back. In the subject line, environmental science, please tell me the section you are in. I have 3 of them. Are you 071, 073, or 074? Hello, Dr. Varga, right? I worked really hard to get that doctorate degree. That took me 5 years of time to get that doctorate degree. Please address me as Dr. Varga or Professor Varga, not first name and not Miss. Secondly, give me the information. I am having trouble with X, Y, and Z, right? Here's how I'm hoping you can help me, or here's possibly a solution to my problem. Do you think this is acceptable? best students your first and last name, right? Most of the time, you guys are great at this. But the things that are not going to get automatic responses from me, if a response at all, is, hey, yo, I can't do this. Or just stream of consciousness talking to me. That's not professionalism, and you're trying to get your undergraduate degree to earn you a career that's going to require you to speak professionally. Let's just practice that now out the gate. Okay, so with that being said, please check into the Canvas shell. Please make sure you are checking the announcements on a regular basis. This is the only way I can collectively gather all of you at the same time to let you know, hey, I understand there's troubles with X, Y, and Z. I'm moving an assignment date, or check this out, or I'm throwing out extra credit if I ever give you that opportunity. Announcements, announcements, announcements. Always check in with that every day. Because again, you may be missing something. And I'm going to say, go check the announcements, or check the syllabus, or did you check the modules, right? You've got to take responsibility for your learning too, because again, this was the modality that you chose. Okay, all that to say, the next things I just want to make sure that you're aware of, and really, you're going to notice there hasn't been a lot that has been opened yet, and there's a place for that. I want you to just take the first 2 days and become comfortable with the Canvas shell. Right at the top, how to schedule meeting office hours with me. Easy breezy, right there, you know how to do it. It's also in the homepage, it's also inside of the syllabus. There's no reason that if you are running behind or falling behind or losing or not understanding, or you didn't get the grade you're hoping for, just schedule office hours with me. We can set it up virtually and we can walk through, and you can screen share. I can see, we can troubleshoot together. I'm here to help, I promise you. But the sooner you come to me, the better chance I have at being able to help you on your problem. Coming to me at the very end and trying to say, can I please raise my grade up? The answer simply is just going to be no with a period, best, Dr. Varga, because that's not the time to be asking for help. Okay, at the top here, you're going to see that you're going to have to move through each of these. And again, there's a reason for that, because again, it ensures that you're looking at this information, and you and I, again, both have this contractual agreement that you have looked through this. And I've kind of forced your hand into that by saying you can't open up other modules until you go through all of this. So that's going to be the first thing. This is all general information for all students. So this is just, maybe I need something at UNT Dallas. Maybe I need resources at UNT Dallas. That is what the start here is for. Then you're going to get into the course overview information. Please look through that. There's lots of good insight in here. There's a schedule that is suggested to follow to make sure to guarantee success, right? There's course expectations, important dates. There is then following up. Again, I'm going to have a whole separate video to come about all things McGraw-Hill Connect. Notice right now, I know some of you are chomping at the bit. There's nothing available for you to open up and to connect, because I want to make sure you do this first. Syllabus quiz and this first. Your first assignments are not even going to be doing Connect until next week. Then I've got some great insight for how to study, what to study, and where to study, and often, right? The first thing you're going to notice when you open this up is that you have to read. There's no way around it. Because it is a self-paced and self-guided course, this is on you to be able to read this information. There's lots of resources around that, but you have to do this. If you don't, if you just use the assignments, not going to work. So please make sure to look at that. Finally, the last thing I have here that's only available to you as of right now, right, is again, just some last little bit of help when it comes to the McGraw-Hill Connect platform. So that's it. That is all I wanted to give you as part of the welcome video. And again, I apologize that it did not get posted yesterday. I realized that the formatting was incorrect. So with that being said, please just, check this out, take a look at it. And sorry, I wanted to make sure I was screen recording. And if you have any questions, if there is something that we're unaware of, please just let me know. And we can go from there. Okay. All right. I hope that this is working. All right. Any questions, let me know, and I will follow up with a video to come on what to prepare for the McGraw Hill Connect platform.